Happy Tuesday to y'all. This is the Monstar, since y'all want to hate me so much. But we're going to have fun today. You know why? Because I am not going to let y'all ruin my mood. Because a star shines above. And that is why, once again, I brought along a good friend of mine. Tell the people who you are, even though they should know who you are.
The reigning, defending, three count kings champion, El Grande NEGRO. Orderly.
Orale. Oh, I love it. Champ, how are you?
Hey man, it's Title Tuesday. I'm feeling good today as your champ. It's been 18 days as your reigning champ to infinity. But I just have to put the ticker there. It's been 18 days. How you doing today, Sir Monstar?
Oh, I'm doing good. I am feeling good. I am blessed. Just happy I get to do this with a competent co-host.
Mm, yeah, man. Hey, common sense is not common, sir. But I'm
Mm,
glad that we have that together. You know
oh,
what I mean?
that's right.
Yeah.
That is correct. I am gonna try my hardest to keep this positive, to not talk to whatever this guy wants to call himself this week.
You're talking about the guy that doesn't have a name, who has a name, but he is about to make a symbol. That,
Yeah,
that
the
guy.
the one who called himself by the new name Twitter goes by.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure. That person.
hmm You know,
Mm.
a biased commentator. But hey, that's him. I show love to all.
To each its own, I guess.
Yep. Oh man. So we got an interesting little thing going on today. I'm gonna start off hot because there is someone who's considered a Hall of Famer already, one of the greats, someone who a lot of people are sad about his retirement. Even some grown men who claim they're gonna cry for another man's retirement. None other than John Cena. So I want to get into your thoughts on the tour as a whole and how you feel about his last match.
Okay. Um, the tour as a whole, I on ground floor level see it as the NBA, the same way that they gave Kobe his farewell, the same way that they kind of backhanded Carmelo with his farewell, the same way they it's a money grab. This is the floor that we can potentially make come one, come all, get your last seeing of this person in this town. It's age old tactic. Um, what I feel about the match is I feel like it's gonna be a good match. However, I feel like John Cena's having it with the wrong person.
Would you care to share who?
I really feel like he should be having that match with the former LA Knight, who 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 knows what's going to happen to him.
Mm,
I think he's gone. I really think that the person that we knew as LA Knight, that character is dead. Because Gunther doesn't need it. If WWE hasn't learned one thing with the Taker Roman thing or Taker Brock, is there's certain characters that don't need that type of rub because you can see them getting that rub all by themselves on their own merit. They don't need that. This is going to be the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and I've never seen Gunther, or not even Gunther, but I've never seen a foreigner that's been a foreigner that whole stick was, hey, I'm a foreigner, be the guy. Like in television, I've never seen that happen. So it's like I don't know what WWE's doing there, but as far as the match, I feel like it's gonna be what you expect it to be, a farewell match.
Interesting.
We're gonna laugh. He's gonna do things that made us love him. He might do something that's like, oh, that's questionable, but it's going to be a roller coaster of a match. What say you, sir?
Hmm. Interesting analysis. Thought you might have had a little bit more to say on the tour because I cannot ignore the botched heel turn run that he had. I don't understand how you can have someone like John Cena and, as I have stated, the three most dangerous letters in all of sports entertainment, TKO, ruin it. Ruin it. It started off so hot. So hot. I drove to Indianapolis for the Rumble this year. And that feels like ages ago because it does not seem like this is the same calendar year in WWE. Because if any of the events post WrestleMania were in Indianapolis, I would not have had the urge to drive there. I digress. The heel turn may very well be one of the most memorable, if not the most memorable moment of the year. Now, obviously, when you have the high of highs, it's kind of difficult to sustain it. But if you go down a tier, it's expected. It's supposed to be a roller coaster. Now, the stories were kind of trash. The matches, some of them were pretty damn good. You also want to forget The Rock's involvement. You also want to forget Travis Scott's involvement.
There you go.
Those two were prominent figures in the heel turn, never to be seen again. And
Well, you
what
saw Travis once more.
at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
yes. But wow, I still feel like I didn't get the why. The fan thing, it just wasn't strong enough because they've been booing you forever. To be this vicious as a heel, you needed something a little bit extra.
He needed a mouthpiece. He needed to be a robot. John just needed to be a robot. No more emotions. No more feeling for the crowd, fans, the little kids. You know what I mean? Like, which he tried to convey, but it wasn't. Bro's lukewarm at
Yeah,
best. Like the most memorable thing for my point was him doing the CM Punk pipe bomb to CM Punk. You know what I mean? And that
yeah,
was even shot weird. But we're gonna get to that. We're
yeah.
gonna get to that later. In the show. But you know what I mean. So I agree with you on that. But now here's the craziest thing: did they lose any money? Have they lost any money, or have the stock gone up?
Probably not, but that to me is not what I care about as a fan.
Don't matter.
It
Are,
matters to me.
are we gonna watch Saturday?
I'm not.
Touche. So you're gonna let pride stop you from watching John Cena's last match?
Oh, I'm letting disappointment stop me from watching Cena's last
Okay,
match. I'm
okay.
more interested in his speech than his match.
Ah, well, I mean, you can catch that on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, they might cut him off anyway.
I'm not gonna lie. I just hope that they like do the time owed tradition and just squash him. Just just treat him like Old Yeller. Just squash his ass.
Wow, so you really don't care about the fans at all.
No, we're
Hmm.
about to make money, right? Money, right? It like if this wasn't all about money, why say, hey, this is my last year?
I didn't realize this was, El Grande corporate,
No, no,
but you have to think about the long term dollar. There's gonna get to a point where you disappoint the fans enough that they don't tune in the next time. You don't have another record gate. Yeah, you can milk them for the immediate future. That's not gonna last forever. People don't like to be made looking out, um, looking stupid,
yeah,
rather. We also didn't even mention his face turn, which may have been the worst part of everything. That was honestly, AI could have done better. You mean to tell me that Cody Rhodes forged forged his signature on a contract, and then the next time we see him, he's back to normal to the point that
yep.
we actually think he's playing possum, but that was the face turn. You are talking about money, and I'm actually happy that you mentioned that because yeah, Cena was trying to do 200 dates,
Hmm.
and they're like, "Nah, we good. We just need you for 36." You want to talk about revenue? You want to talk about how Cena didn't show up to Atlanta once this year? 200 dates?
It's not
That's
sexy. It's not sexy enough.
164 more appearances. That means more sales, more revenue because it's not this is not like the person who's been retired for 5 to 10 years, or even if you compare it to music, they come back on tour and they're just making 10 stops, maybe 10 stops in the States, 10 stops overseas, and you get what you get. It's not this type of scenario, but if you're really doing it for money and this is really your last year, as a company, you say yes to that. People aren't going to care that, like, I know you talked about the NBA season. It's
200
what?
dates.
What was that?
200 dates though.
200.
200 dates, bro.
200.
You lose the shine. You lose
Not
the
not in his last year.
ah, yes, you bro. You
Not
lose it. You lose it.
no.
You lose.
Not in his last year. Every single city. Let's just say, you know what? Let's just say he at least went to every location once. Because sometimes, like, we'll have two Atlanta dates, we'll have two New York dates, whether it's in the Garden, Barclays. You'll have two of the same city. If he hit every single city once, which probably falls between the 36 and 200, each city is going to be able to say, I got to see Cena in his last year. There are a bunch of cities in the country that did not get to see him. You have to travel out of state. You got to spend that. First of all, they jacked up the prices anyway.
for sure.
So by the time that you fly, you drive, you get a place to stay overnight or whatever scenario it is, it's harder to do so. And now
Well,
you definitely will have shows that are sold out.
I would definitely concede that maybe 36 shows might have been too little. But I will say by show, like if you was trying to do 200 dates, by show 100, we will be pulling the plug. Because we see with 36 dates, they couldn't do that correctly. What makes you think they're going to do 200 dates correctly, brother?
Well, 200, well,
Maybe
200,
70,
you
maybe
at
75.
least you
Go ahead.
can build a program. There are rivalries where Cena appeared once.
Excuse me.
Once. You can't there's no back and forth. What do Cena fans love him for? On the mic. Who did Cena really cook this year?
No, nobody.
Did he really have time to do that? No.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Maybe Cena's washed. Is that a thought? Could that be a thought? Maybe the
I don't
name of
I don't
Jonathan Cena doesn't hold its weight as Thor or John the Beanstalk.
That's wild. I don't think so. I really don't. I really don't. And even if he is washed, you ain't got writers. You can't make him look good. Isn't that the whole point? Can't you have a 70-year-old actor, but you give him a dope script and he goes out and he wins an Oscar?
Bro, we got Charlotte acting like she's from Jersey. We got Rhea Ripley being a demon child. We got Spanish Rhea Ripley. We got a ladybird. We got a hugger that's not a hugger that's bipolar. What are you talking about, bro? What writing? What what character? What story?
The only difference between him and all the others is that you have so much material that you really wouldn't have to work as hard. These
Sure.
newer people, they don't have a past. You're essentially starting from a blank canvas. You're not doing the same with Cena.
Right, but we couldn't get Dwayne to say okay to 12 dates of being a manager for them to do a Cena farewell tour, heel turn and all correctly. Like, what we talking about? Like the best thing that WWE has done was turn them face as soon as they saw, oh, this is not working, and then it had to get a little burnt. Like if you're at home making a grilled cheese and you get a little too burnt, but it's you'll flip it. It's like, okay, it's cool, it's all right, it's tolerable. Man, I can eat that. But for some people, oh, it's too burnt. I gotta scrape it off. They just allowed it to where they could uh, uh, um, turn Cena back face to where it's like, okay, we clearly aren't getting the story that we wanted him as being a heel his last year and being the 17th time world champion, which I think is crock. But that's a different, that's a different subject. But then wanting to get back the not the nostalgia, but the nostalgia of Super Cena. Like, it's too late. Let's just say that we botched it and let Cena do whatever he want to do, which I guess is the tournament, which they kind of saved a little bit. But say that they started the tournament back in September. God, who knows where we'll be right now? How many sub stories we would have gotten from everyone vying to be John Cena's last opponent? But we get 2-3 weeks of 4 weeks of John Cena's last date's up. Who's gonna fight John Cena last? Come on, bro. Looking back at it, it's not going to be seemed as bad, but in the moment of it, they flopped, bro. They flopped John Cena's farewell tour, in my opinion.
I think it's a flop now. I think looking back, it's gonna be a flop to me.
Okay.
Um, I don't know how you go from 200 to 36. That's such a wide gap that I don't know how you determine from the jump we only need you for 36 dates. I honestly think that TKO is lucky that Cena doesn't carry himself like Bill Goldberg because his professionalism is preventing him from doing a tell all. Because the snippet of his interview that I watched is he had this idea for 200 dates. He had um, a whole storylines planned out, feuds planned out. He even talked about revenue. And Cena was met with, but that's not either that's not how we do business or that's not our business. And I'm wow,
Is
that's
that, is that so much TKO or is that so much WWE?
I'm pretty sure it's TKO.
Mm,
I'm
really?
almost I don't know what. So I'll say this. Now I don't know how his contract is set up. I don't know how much more they would have to pay him if he did do 200 dates instead of 36.
That could be a thing.
But you also have to factor in how much would we pay him versus how much would we be getting from him being there for these additional dates.
Because these are matches, these are appearances.
Right, not everything is a match.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, and again, this kind of goes along with contract talk, but I also was a little surprised that, especially during his heel turn or heel run, so to speak, he didn't really do video packages, vignettes. He didn't, you know, because he
Promos, yeah,
too
you
is
know.
sorry, Hollywood star, and he could have done a little Hollywood rock, not exactly, but he always tried to make it seem like y'all should be fortunate I decided to show up. So then, what if he used one of his dates and appeared via satellite or whatever they call it these days? Just
Pre-tape.
a lot of missed opportunities. A lot of missed opportunities. The face turn, sure, sure. It's the equivalent of, I bought a stock at $100. It's down to 50. Um, if I don't sell it, it will go to zero. I might as well jump ship now and change course. I'm not applauding them for that because you shouldn't have put yourself in that position in the first place. That's the run. The final match, I don't think Gunther needs this match. Um, I also don't think it needed to be those one in a billions like Edge or Chris Jericho. I wouldn't have wanted to see that. I would have been a little bit more interested in the future or a match that I just really, really can't wait to see. I would have been interested in a Cena Oba. I would have been interested. I would have been content if Cena and AJ Styles was it. Because
That was a great match.
when I think about his best matches, that's someone who's going to come up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either you're going to get someone who you feel like they're gonna put the battery in his back, a Braun Breaker, just someone who's like almost there, but someone who's already been at the top and
Who's primarily a heel.
yeah.
Come on, bro. Like heels are always number two, bro.
And
It's
what
fine.
you're just what you're trying to create another legend killer? No, what you should be creating is in some ways not necessarily the next Cena, but I really do think it should have been either a baby face or a heel that people like, where
And
when that heel becomes champion, they're like, all right, you know what, he's a heel character, but damn, he's good.
and here's the wild thing: for certain people, that is Gunther.
Well,
For certain for certain people, that's Gunther.
and
And
guess
and
what? They don't have a podcast.
I mean, that's all I'm saying, bro. For some people,
Yeah.
um, but WWE is going to do what WWE has always done: make money regardless. They are equivalent to the Dallas Cowboys. They care about making money, bro. And if they're gonna make money, they're gonna make money, bro. Because the fans still gonna fan. Because we still gonna talk about it. If this day 83 of work hard in WWE, we're still talking about WWE, bro. You know what I mean? So
Well, with that being said, I have nothing else to say about Cena except for the fact that fantasy booking, bro. I saw online this. You know what? I think it might have actually been Bully Ray. I want to say that he said the match ends. I hate that I'm saying this. Dwayne comes out, says, "I still have your soul," and Cena's last match actually ends up being at WrestleMania in Saudi. Oh well, it's Vegas. Sorry, there's so much Saudi, I can't even differentiate anymore. But I'm
yeah,
not putting much stock into that because I gave up with The Rock showing up a long time ago.
maybe how that exact thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if WWE tries to get more money out of John. If that's by the end of the year, if the 12th isn't his last match, fine. Maybe at the like what they might do a New Year's Eve show or whatever, or the last Raw or the last SmackDown of 2025. John
Hmm.
Cena, John Cena's going to be there. Come on now,
You think so?
he's their version of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean, he did sign an ambassador deal recently.
He's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
How soon that starts, I guess we'll see. I would I would put more stock into maybe the 1 year Netflix anniversary than the
Okay.
end of the year, but I don't think I don't think we go that long without seeing him again. And obviously, at the very least, we'll see him at WrestleMania. He'll do something. Um, I know I did say last thing, but when a star thinks of genius things, can't just ignore it. In terms of Saturday night, do you think it should just be bum, ba, ba, and then the same old, or do you think it should be similar to, or he should extract things from like the Firefly Funhouse match with Bray Wyatt and insert elements of the different decades of Cena, different versions of Cena, the rookie who, you know, ruthless aggression and the chain gang Cena, the rapper Cena, and then the hustle loyalty respect Cena, the never give up Cena, all that. Um One, do you think it happens? And if so, do you think it's with his entrance? Do you think it's with his mannerisms? Do you think it's just in ring? Or since it's not about the fans, do you think none of it happens and it's the Cena that we've seen for the second half of this year is the same Cena we're gonna see on Saturday? Oh, y'all.
Um, little of both. I feel like so WWE is going to do the thing with the vignette stuff before he comes down. It's going to be doing his entrance. He's going to do his my time is up, time is now. Boom. He might come out with the chain gang necklace. He might, probably not. He might have the shoes and pump up the shoes, but he might do little small odes to his career. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's going to be anything overly the top. Like as far as him being in ring, it will be more of his entrance is going to have all of that bells and whistles and all that good stuff.
All right.
You're going to get 55-year-old Cena who's balding, but we're going to wrap it up in a nice bow, and you guys going to be like, "Ooh, look at that shiny bow."
If they had kept the WWE Championship on him until his last match, which was obviously an older theory, it would have been dope if he came out with a spinner belt on his last match.
That'd
But
be cool, but that's fanboy.
of course. Anyway, Jonathan Cena. That's all I gotta say.
I can see you now.
Yeah, your time is up.
Your time is up now.
Speaking of what WWE TKO should have done, what are some things in wrestling, the isms that irk, that you're just like, yeah, I know, this is what they do, this is what they've done, these are habits that happen in the ring or just in the company as a whole or as an industry as a whole, but it's tired, it's played out, or simply I don't like it. What are some for you?
How long do you have? So, first and foremost, it might be a little jovial, right? But
Okay.
I hate how wrestlers like don't have like it's not buckles, it's the Velcro. Oh, that irks me so much.
Interesting.
Oh, that irks me so much. Belts, titles have buttons, bro.
Hmm.
I think who said it? Nathan Page said it. I think a few days ago. Bro, they have buttons, bro. They have buttons. Um, as far as WWE, I hate. Why are we getting so much theatrics into your entrance? You know what I mean?
You saying in general or for like the special shows?
I'm saying in general.
Okay.
I'm saying just in general. Why do you, if you are the blue flyer fighter chick, why do you have to have the wings on? Why, you know what I mean? What's the purpose of the wings? Now, it could be cool, like in the sense of, let's say you take a Steamboat when he had the thing where he was shooting the fire. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, but just certain things like the Jay Uso just running the back is crazy. Um, but then, but then as far as music itself in general, let's say that a baby face is getting murdered by two heels, right? Why is the baby face coming to save him? Music hitting. Shouldn't that baby face just come run out and why? And then if you're a smart baby face, why are you letting the heels know that you're about to come out and help? You know what I mean? It's just like just
Just things that don't really make
it
sense.
makes sense. Boom. The 10 punches in the corner. I understand this crowd work. I understand this to get the crowd engaged into what you're doing. But like you doing 10 punches and the person letting you do 10 punches and then that person don't have no type of scrape or not selling crazy hard to he just got punched 10 times in the same spot. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting flustered just thinking how much this irks me, bro. Like it's irking. Not selling,
Yeah.
not selling, or selling and then be like, okay, I'm about to come back on top and stop selling. Like, say if your knee was hurting, someone's hurting your knee, and
Yeah.
then you magically, okay, Perry, boom, they're down. Why do you then go springboard backflip? If
You
your knee,
shouldn't be able to do that.
you shouldn't be able to do that. Or if you do try to go for it because you're a high flyer, you should mess up
It should look like a botch, right?
to sell more
Mhm.
of he didn't get all of it, or that knee is really hurting you know what I mean? Like common sense.
Mm.
I could go on and on, but those are just the few irk things that just irk my ism.
Okay.
You know.
I'm pretty sure there'll be more.
Oh
I
man, I'm gonna
think
just let out for sure.
I think the number one thing for me,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll know exactly what I mean because I'm gonna pose it as a question. What is a finishing move these days?
Whatever you want it to be.
Because I remember a time where if I'm watching Raw or SmackDown, the top stars are not kicking out of finishers unless they're from like a low mid card superstar. But I shouldn't be watching an episode of SmackDown or Raw and someone is kicking out of a Claymore, someone is kicking out of an RKO, someone's kicking out of a GTS. I gotta say that um even there are false finishes. There are, oh my gosh, I can't believe so and so kicked out. There is a time and a place to do that. This is not supposed to happen in a number one contenders match on a Monday Night Raw. If you want to, even, you know what, even on a PLE, not everybody should have the liberty to kick out of a finisher. Maybe,
Maybe your
maybe
signature. Maybe your
your
signature.
main event spot
Yeah.
just to create some drama. Maybe, but and I know that it's progressively gotten worse in terms of like how much they've just butchered this, but you know the times where I thought it made sense, I'm going back to a match that I'm sure at some point in life we'll discuss, but I think about Shawn Michaels and Undertaker,
Which one?
the first one. And I'm thinking about kicking out of Sweet Chin Music, kicking out of a Tombstone. But I also believe that the reason those moments were magnified was because that already was not the norm.
They've beaten so many people over so many years, over multiple decades with this move, and how did this person? Yes, it makes sense there.
And those are like top tier superstars. But if I'm watching, you know, I don't know, let's just put it in like today's world. If I'm watching a match between, you know what, even LA Knight and Randy Orton, and Randy Orton hits an RKO on LA Knight, and it's, SmackDown, LA Knight should not be kicking out unless it's one of those things where Orton takes a while to go and cover him.
And then
But
and then at that moment, he's not kicking out. He's putting his leg on the bottom rope.
that brings me to ism number two. Finishing moves are not just meant to end the match. Finishing moves are also meant to knock you out long enough that you don't have the wherewithal to even put your foot on the bottom rope. Now, I understand wrestling knowledge. If you're watching it, you're always looking to see, all right, the finisher was hit. How close is this person to the rope? Even if they are close to the ropes, not every finisher and most finishers should knock you out to the point that you didn't even realize you were that close. Now you want to talk about what's that thing that they say? Instinct. Guess what? Everyone who puts their foot in the bottom rope is not some 10-year veteran.
No, no.
So what that really means, if you can put your foot on the bottom rope, you could have kicked out. I think that is way overused.
For
Way
sure.
overused. And even though you're not kicking out, you're also devaluing a finishing move. And I don't like it.
Mm.
The last thing I'll mention,
Uh-huh.
because I too can go forever. It's the referees, man. The referees with, and it's a few things you could say. They're inconsistent. They're inconsistent with tossing ringside interference out. They're inconsistent with checking the shoulders. There are some moments. Listen, if Triple H has said he does not really care that much about the IWC, then stick with it. I understand you want the picture perfect finish. I understand you want no controversies. Bro, sometimes you just gotta count to 3. Or sometimes you have to start counting because the moment will happen. Oh my gosh, the finisher out of nowhere. Oh, it's over. And the ref is looking to make sure that the shoulders are down. And in actuality, you really counted to 5 or 6. The only time that should happen is if the ref is recovering from a bump. That's it. I can't stand it because there are certain things that are just bang bang. Oh my gosh, finisher. Could you imagine the amount of times that like a title was gonna change hands or like just something exciting like a stunner or
Mm.
sweet chin music or or a rock bottom or like just during that time period when fans really were not afraid to throw things in the ring.
There was still a standard of what you had to do to be a referee. You had to be like, if a person was, because I got my ref shirt. If a person was punching, you got to be like, open that hand, open
Yeah.
the hand. No, you can't have a closed fist. Someone's punching someone in the corner. I heard get out corner. One, if someone was going up to jump and do my offensive maneuver
Yeah.
off top of the rope, the referee counted. You got 5 seconds to get off the rope. They don't do
Hmm.
that anymore.
That's right.
It's just certain nuances. Speaking of nuances, the leg slap. Stop slapping your freaking leg, guys. Every every kick ain't meant to sound like, oh my god, his jaw just got broken.
Yep.
Especially if he's not going to sell it like, oh my god, my jaw just got broken.
Yep.
He buried you and you buried yourself. Good job.
Yep.
Good job, guys.
Yeah. We're talking to you, Damian Priest.
Man, we're talking to a lot of people, bro.
I know.
I don't want to say names because I'm friends with a few people.
Interesting. Oh, you know what? This is I have to take a quick call. I will be back in 20 seconds.
Yeah, man. So while I'm here, right, there has been a thing that's been going on where a few people that's in my little clique are not trying to acknowledge me as their champion. And I'm trying to figure out, where did we go wrong? When Sir Mark was the champion of Three Count Kings, I showed none but love. Like Heavy D, I ain't got nothing but love for you. Know what I mean? When when he retained his championship, I was Tupac. I ain't even mad at you. We tied, everybody tied, but it's okay. The championship has to move hands only if the champion loses by pinfall. If it's tied or if it's no DQ, whatever, you got to pin the champion. You got to beat the man to be the man. You know what I mean? And I beat the man 18 days ago, and since then it's been all hate, and I don't understand why. But it's okay. It's Title Tuesday. We live, and El Grande NEGRO, I'm your Three Count Kings champion. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Now back to with the Irkism, right? I got another ism for y'all. Oh, look at he's back.
Yeah.
He's back. Oh,
No, it's El Grande. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Later. Fans.
that was fun. That was fun. I see what you did, sir. Okay. All right. Is there anything else that irks you about wrestling?
I mean, speaking about moves, sometimes I wish that a high impact move itself could end a match.
Well,
It doesn't always have to be a finisher. That's it. I mean, there's other things, but
unfortunately,
man,
Star, that's, and I agree with you, but unfortunately, that's early '90s thinking.
yeah.
It's early '90s thinking. Late '80s thinking, if you will.
Early 90s. Is that is that telling of maybe your favorite era of wrestling, or what you might consider to be the best era of wrestling?
Um, it all depends, bro. Because I can't lie to you. I love, and we're just saying professional wrestling as a whole, right? I love everything that the '90s did, from the new power generation thing that Vince was trying to do, to WCW having a more realistic type of storyline base, to ECW changing their whole vibration. However, to say that from '99 to '09 wasn't the best era of wrestling, you might be on something. And hear me out. You may say that it was one of the worst times for WCW and WWE, but in the grand scheme of what wrestling was after television, that was the resurgence or reboom, boom, big bang of independent, and having more than just one thing to go to that's on a televised basis. You know what I mean? Like, you had Ring of Honor really start to gain traction. I have all those DVDs from seeing Amazing Red versus Low Key for the first time, going crazy.
Yep.
Prince Nana back, and he was a wrestler. You know what I mean? When Prince Nana was wrestling, but from '99 to '09, you had everybody trying to do wrestling. TNA, back when they only had those pay-per-views on Wednesdays. Like, bro, I had the little black box, channel 14, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that was my personal childhood, so I might be a little biased to it. The '90s was a really great time because they had star power and stars. You really don't talk about the '80s because it was all just steroid up and Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? And 2010s is CM Punk, bro, and Cena.
Yeah.
So maybe Edge, but Edge was really '07 to 2010.
Yeah.
So 2000s, bro, 99 to '09,
Mm-hmm.
best era wrestling.
I absolutely agree with you.
That's crazy. Okay, man, I did not expect that, but go ahead.
I absolutely agree with you. I think the product was must see TV all over the place. Now, places may not have been as um, profitable as other places,
Mm-hmm.
but you can name headliners from each company that was flourishing in that time period if you really wanted to. Because if you wanted to include the tail end of the era, you still had Stone Cold, you still had The Rock, you still had Kane Taker, you still had Triple H, you still had Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle. You had a lot of stars. You move into Ruthless Aggression. The Rock is still around. You have Kurt Angle getting into the beginning of his prime. You have
Rey
you know what?
Mysterio. You
You
have Rey
have Rey
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Go ahead, I'm
We
sorry.
didn't even include ECW because even some of them came to other companies. So
Sabu.
you
Yeah, a lot of people.
have RVD, who's one of my favorites ever. You have RVD. You have Booker T from WCW and then WWE. Man, it goes on and on. Eddie Guerrero, and then you have the Cenas, Randy Orton's, Batista, like the emergence of all these stars, and even the ones who just had like a quick little run, and that those are just the main stars. You still have the Hardys, you still have Dudley Boys.
Eminem.
There's so many.
You Eminem. You can't tell me that Eminem won't like one of the ones, bro. Eminem.
Sure,
If
sure.
if if not for that time, what that was able to do for Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Impact, Johnny Morrison.
Nitro.
You know what I mean? Like he is a name because of that.
Yeah, no, for sure he is. I mean, it's not one of the first names I'm going to think of.
No. But he kind of makes that list.
Yeah, but I mean that ruthless aggression era, when you had Triple H champ on Raw, you had JBL champ on SmackDown, Goldberg came through, and even like that was impactful when he arrived on the scene.
That
Like there's just so many. And then yes, you get to the beginning of when CM Punk started to make a name for himself. And it's funny that you stopped at '09 because that's when I stopped watching wrestling for the first time.
mm,
Once we got into Cena never loses LOL, I was like, all right. Like now it's no longer believable. When I'm seeing Cena beat Kali, Umaga, I'm like,
Umaga was it.
like,
Umaga was that for me. Yeah, I was like,
bruh,
what we doing?
I'm like, okay. And I was one of those, I'll admit it. I came back when I heard The Rock was coming back. And then I was like, wait, you mean CM Punk's been champ for how long?
Mm. See,
Cena was on the roster too?
yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
And I was always a Team SmackDown guy during the Ruthless Aggression era. I just felt like the wrestling was better. You had the crippler crossface guy, you had Angle, you had Batista, you had JBL, you had Taker when he decided to show up. You had Brock, you had Eddie, you had Booker. I mean, that alone, that was every week.
And then you had the cruiserweights.
You had the
You
cruiserweights.
had the
You had
cruiserweights.
Tajiri. You had like, man,
Kid Cash. You know what I mean? Chavo.
everyone had a thing
Jimmy
though.
Wayne Yang.
Uh, Jamie Noble.
Jamie, you know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
everyone had a thing, and it just made things interesting to the
Paul Heyman.
point
Paul
that
Heyman.
that's right. And then you had yo, even the things you don't think about, Taz and Michael Cole on commentary. Like,
Should have been the train wreck, but somehow it was so good but bad, but it was good.
yeah, exactly. Like everything about it was just it just worked. I mean, sure,
Yeah,
not everything was nothing is perfect,
right.
but it was great TV. That was a great time. I just wished that during those years I was going to shows. And if that was the case, I don't know if I'd even be going today. Like the only
Oh,
difference between, like, if you wanted to say something that's good now that was not good then, is probably women's wrestling.
yes.
And
Yep.
that might be it off the top of my head.
And the production value.
Yes.
But that's
Yeah.
it.
But that's really just for TV. Like if you're physically there, I don't know how much more, because again, you can't hear commentary when you're there in person. Like the effects are for TV, the effects are for viewership. I honestly think that since the crowds were rowdier back then, being in attendance for a show 20 years ago was more riveting than being in attendance today.
Oh, for sure. For sure. He's and
Yeah.
here's the telltale signs. Remember there's a time when
Yes.
you couldn't see people because there was just
Couldn't.
signs. Now there's maybe 5, 10 per section, if that.
And
If that. But
that's if it doesn't get confiscated.
you know what I mean? You
You
know,
could have. There wouldn't be no Coldplay situation. Getting caught with the other.
come
No,
on,
because you know
bro.
why? Most likely a sign would be blocking you.
What a time.
What a time indeed, man. So yeah. All right. So we're on the same page
That's
in
for
that
sure.
regard. But last but not least,
Lastly, uh huh.
I've been I've been wondering if if it should have been for this episode or if it should have been for the next one, but maybe this segment doesn't end here. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Maybe we rethink things, or maybe your Mount Rushmore has not changed as some people's top four rappers of all time changes, or top four basketball players of all time, or whatever. I don't know. But I think before the stars, bless you, before the
Thank
stars decide to get a little heated, I think what we should do is set metrics. And I think that we
you.
should
Senor.
agree on those metrics. And if you want to have a Mount Rushmore for different metrics, I'm okay with that too.
Si, senor.
Okay. Do I want to go with controversial or not? Honestly, they all might be controversial. So you know what? Let's do Mount Rushmore top four in ring ever.
In ring ever.
In ring ever. and
Top
I will give you the floor as the guest.
top top four in ring ever.
Ever.
No particular order.
No?
It's just wrestling capability.
Correct.
Boom. Um, Eddie Guerrero,
Okay.
Jeff Hardy,
Wow. Woo!
Jeffrey Nero Hardy. Yes, sir. Um, just in ring. Kane,
I'm about to take these shades off.
and last but not least, Ricky Steamboat.
Wow. Wow. Do you believe that your list is self-explanatory, or would you like to say why?
I can explain. Um,
Oh
no,
man.
one, Eduardo Guerrero should be self-explanatory there. Even though he was undersized, he was able to work any style that you put in front of him. If he was in Japan, he could work a little stronger, a more technical mat based style. If if you put him in Mexico, he's Mexican. He's natural lucha libre. By him, even though he being a small wrestler, he was bigger than half of the luchadors. He could work as a big man. He has the character. He could do any move. His daddy Gory Guerrero created so many wrestling moves, bro. Like self-explanatory there. Jeffrey Nero Hardy.
Please enlighten me.
Come on, bro.
Come
Being
on.
coming from being a jobber, showing on a main public screen. Not to say that he was the first to do it. Not saying this at all, but the way that it got over naturally is second to none. You can't say that if you are a African American male watching wrestling from '01 to '07, you can't tell me that Jeff Hardy wasn't in your top three. You can't tell me that. Impossible. And this was all before he won the chip. Once he won the chip, it's like that had solidified him as one of the greatest. It's crazy. It's crazy that you're biting nails, but it's okay.
You're crazy.
Number three,
You
Isaac
said you said Kane.
Kane, Isaac Yankem. Hear me out, Isaac Yankem. For being 7 foot tall, being that hefty, and being able to be an athlete was crazy. Um, you can't tell me his introduction wasn't one of the best introductions ever, which led to his ring work, which given wasn't the most flashy, but if you look back at every Kane match, every step meant something, bruh. Even from the way that he turned his head just a little, like all the little nuanced things. It's more than just flips and tackles and takedowns and power drivers. It's more than just that, bro. It's like nigga looked really menacing. Bro looked crazy menacing walking around the ring like he was Michael Myers, but then able to go on the top rope and actually be athletic, bro. You can't tell me another big man that's ever been able to do that consistently. Consistently. I'm not talking Undertaker because that's probably the first person you thought.
It
Not the
wasn't.
cool. Lastly, lastly, right? Last but not least, because that was boom, boom, boom. See,
Ricky Steamboat.
huh?
Ricky Steamboat.
Boom, Ricky Steamboat. And I put Ricky Steamboat on there for the basis of Ricky ushered in a style that was different to American television at the time that he was in WWEF and WCW at the time. To where the stuff that we think or what the IWC thinks of as wrestling or what a work rate is because of Ricky Steamboat. What a workhorse is, with having a good match, making stuff look real and snug, Ricky Dragon Steamboat. In ring competitors, just in ring work, those top four.
Wow. I'm trying to maintain my composure. When you said Kane, I almost removed you from this episode.
You can't do that, bro. I'm your champion. But I understand.
Okay. I will respect
Mm-hmm.
Steamboat because I actually believe he was the best of his era. Woo! Woo! All right. Now it's time for you to not like my list. Now, I'm kind of sold on 3, which usually happens to most people,
Right.
but here we go. In ring, Kurt Angle. To me, not even debatable. That's just me. Number 2, Shawn Michaels.
Get out of
when
here.
I think about in ring, I have to think about some of my favorite matches of all time, how often I rewatch certain matches, and
AJ
obviously
Styles.
who
AJ
was
Styles
in
is better
those
than Shawn
matches.
Michaels. AJ Styles is better than Shawn Michaels.
You can say that.
No, he is.
You
He
can
is.
say that.
Come on,
You
bro.
can
Stop
say
it.
that.
Stop it.
Funny enough, AJ Styles is also in my top 4.
I will give you that. I will give you that.
You
I will
have
give you.
to.
I will give you that. Sean, come on, bro. Sean, it's madness. Go ahead. I'm
That's
sorry.
that's that's disrespectful.
Please continue.
So I got 3. Now 4, it really just depends more so on the mood that I'm in. There are times where I will say Bret Hart. There are times that I will say Rob Van Dam. There are also times. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, you're probably not gonna like this. In ring, there are also times that I might even say Brock Lesnar.
That's laughable. That's
Yeah,
laughable.
you can laugh.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Try to shoot star press me?
But if I'm also thinking about matches that I've rewatched, then I'm stuck between Eddie and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, I give you that for sure. For sure.
So it's difficult for me to put someone out of those. But in the spirit of being different than you, I'll put Bret Hart in
Right?
my top 4.
Bret Hart is crazy. It's crazy. Okay, I guess. I like. I also enjoy mat wrestling. I enjoy chain wrestling just as much as this next guy. What I don't enjoy from Bret Hart is his facial expressions. Kid don't know how to sell, doesn't have charisma. If he fell off of a camel and charisma was the sand, he couldn't hit the sand. Unfortunately, could wrestle his butt off,
That's why I said this criteria is in ring.
I guess. But by his lack of charisma, you you gotta be in the mood of a Bret Hart match to watch Bret Hart. You can't
That
just
is
be
also
watching.
why I said it depends what I'm in the mood for.
Yeah,
Because if you take the other person who I mentioned, Rob Van Dam,
it don't
completely
matter.
different.
Yeah, see, boom. Can I retract?
Sure.
I'll take Kane out.
Okay.
Rob Van Dam.
Fine.
I'll Rob Van Dam. Cause I wanted to not just have all not small guys or all light heavyweights or middleweights in a sense. I wanted to at least include one big man in there.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'll definitely take Kane out and put Rob Van Dam in there easily. Because there's some things that Rob Van Dam did or has done that people still can't do today.
Absolutely.
Like,
For as long as he did it.
yeah, no, for
And
sure.
all the dangerous situations he put himself through.
Even even back to when he was Robbie V in WCW,
Yep.
people didn't understand it. So yeah, yeah, no, Rob Van Dam.
Interesting. If I was going, so when you had said you're probably thinking Undertaker, I was actually thinking Big Show.
And that was gonna be my second guess. But see, Big Show has been sledded out so much,
Mm,
and he should be on anybody's list.
yeah,
Unfortunately, but
I'm with you there. So that was in ring.
okay,
Okay, we're still
yeah, I'm still here.
cool.
Shawn Michaels in ring is crazy though.
No, it's not.
It's not that he doesn't deserve it. That's not what I'm saying, and we'll get to it. It's that there are other options that is either his style or what he started and has elevated so much greater than for you to include Shawn Michaels. And then two, he didn't wrestle for that long. He didn't wrestle that long.
I mean, what do you consider not long? Because people are saying that he had a Kobe career, pre
No,
back injury and post back injury.
if anything, it's crazy. If anything, he had he had a Vince Carter career. He had a Grant Hill career. Very promising. Got hurt. Was gone when the company really or when the team really needed him to be that. Once the company or team was it, came back in doo doo tights.
That's that's
like
wild.
like is that not what happened, bro?
No, it is not what happened. Because if you're gonna compare him to Grant Hill or Vince Carter, they were washed towards the end of their career. Like the Undertaker matches happened towards the end of his career.
For sure. I understand
The
that. I
the
understand that.
triple threat match that people want to act like it never happened, you know.
Yeah. See, but that was he and this one thing I won't take away from Sean. He is a show stealer, a show stopper, if you will. He has moments. He has moments that you can pinpoint, be like, this is it. Those moments aren't consistent. They're a couple moments here, and that's not because he was consistently active those entire years, but in the years that he was active, those moments were once every 2 3 years, opposed from other people that were going in every night, every weekend. You know what I mean? That's all.
I really listen.
That's all.
The fact that you would have Jeff Hardy in your Mount Rushmore and not HBK is crazy.
Jeff Hardy sold better, which is like sold way better.
HBK doesn't sell better.
No,
That
HBK
is, that is
oversells.
crazy.
Yes, HBK oversells. Jeff Hardy sells sympathy. Jeff Hardy sells, oh my God, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, because he's a child.
Shawn Michaels is, oh dang, he really hit him that hard. It's more which both serves purpose. Not to say that one's better than the other. I just feel like Jeff Hardy's sell for sympathy is better than um Shawn Michaels selling a move to make the other guy look good. To where I feel like Jeff Hardy did both.
Listen,
That's all.
Jeff Hardy's he had a phenomenal move set. But when you're giving the slot to 4, I can't put Jeff Hardy in my top 4. And you want to say Sean didn't wrestle that long, you're highlighting a Hardy 6-year run.
What you mean?
And that's you said
Yeah.
from 01 to 07. And that's supposed to put him in a top 4 of all time. That's crazy.
I said from 01 to 07, if you ask any black male kid who watched wrestling, Jeff Hardy would be in their top 3, top 5. I'm not saying based upon 01 to 07, 09, he is in my top 4. I'm just saying from a person that grew up in that time, Jeff Hardy was bigger than what people could give him credit for. That's all.
Okay.
But I'm outside of his thing he did with Sting. Jeff Hardy was on, bro.
All right, so then you know what? If he's so good in the ring, why don't you name 5 Jeff Hardy matches that you would put above any top 5 Shawn matches?
First
Since we're talking in ring.
first match that immediately comes to mind is Jeff Hardy Undertaker on Raw.
Okay.
Um, you can do the TLC from WrestleMania, or you can do the TLC versus them versus Edge and Christian for Terry Services.
Okay.
Um, you can do Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk.
Okay.
Um, you can even yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. You can even do what Jeff Hardy in TNA. Him not the match him fighting him I think him versus Kurt Angle, I believe. That
So,
was really
so you added a couple multi-man tag team matches and some other matches. Well, all right. You know what? The only one that I would consider amongst HBK's top matches is his match with Undertaker.
His cell job
was amazing. When I'm thinking about HBK, I'm thinking about both matches with Taker. I'm thinking about him
Jeff Hardy versus Triple H was crazy.
No one has that on their top 10 matches of all time.
I'm not saying top 10 matches all time. You're moving the goalpost now.
Nah, but see, if we're talking in ring,
you asked
those matches are because of in ring. Yeah, there's a story behind it, but ain't no one going back to watch Jeff Hardy versus Triple H because it was a dope match in ring. It's a match that you're like, oh yeah, you know, it was a good match a long time ago, but no one's going back to it.
And Jeff Hardy won the IC championship when they didn't think that he was going to beat Triple H. No one's going to go back and watch that. Is that what you're saying? That's wild. That's the man. That's wild, Kimasabi.
Most won't.
Hey, man.
Most people aren't thinking about that match when they're trying to go back and watch old tapes. compared to these HBK matches, even HBK's hour-long match with Cena on Raw, HBK versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, there are, as I mentioned, the triple threat at WrestleMania 20. That there, those are legendary. Those are legendary.
All right.
Just off the rip,
Sure.
but I understand we'll agree to disagree, and it is okay for you to be wrong.
You got it, sir. I'm only wrong when my watch isn't working.
Guess it ain't working.
I don't know. I just ain't got it on today, but it's working
Right.
as you work.
You know what? Then fine. Mount Rushmore complete superstar. Can you do that?
Yeah, you go first. There you go. Yep. Yes, sir. There you go. Now, if I hear Shawn Michaels, bro, I might as well leave. So,
Take your exit.
right? Okay.
Complete. Now I'm going to be objective because he was not one of my favorites, maybe one of yours.
Excuse me.
I will have to say Ric Flair.
You damn right you have to. That's the only right answer.
I will have to include Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Correct.
I will include The Undertaker. And number 4 is a toss-up. Well, you may disagree with both, but I'm stuck between The Rock and Kurt Angle. But I'm gonna go The Rock just because I think he had a little bit more charisma.
I'm proud of you. I really am. Because you did not allow your ignorance to get the best of you in putting Michael Hickenbottom in any top anything.
Well, this criteria is complete. I think he, as crazy as it sounds, for the entirety of his career, I think he lacked that character aspect, especially in the latter half.
That's wild. I I would have been more lenient, include him in all around outside
No,
of just in ring, bro. Being real. But go ahead. My Mount Rushmore of greatest ever full package, and this is correct. You can Google it. It will tell you that it's correct. Number one, first and foremost, will always be Ric Flair. Woo. He lived the gimmick. He's going to die as the gimmick. Ric Flair.
Yep.
Number two, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep.
Kind of single-handedly saved his company.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Saved the company he worked for by kicking his boss in the nuts, which is crazy to believe, but it worked. You know what I mean? Number three, we spoke about him a little earlier, so we're going to run him back once more. Eduardo Guerrero.
Okay.
You can't. I said it before. From the time he was in Mexico to the time he was in WCW, to the time he was in ECW, to the time he went to WWF and unlocked a whole different side of his character that we didn't think that I didn't know that I needed that. To where now lying, cheating, and stealing is a term of endearment. We're being racially profiled as comedy. Didn't know that that could be a thing, and it was funny, so it didn't matter. Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace, Eddie. Lastly, and not least, right? This is a revolving door because you could go old school, you can go new school, you can go someone who's about to be on the rise. Um, Weirdly enough, you may hate me for this.
Oh my gosh. I really hope that this person's prime was not within the past 10 years.
Oh no, their prime was like 20 years ago.
Okay.
The most homicidal, the
Oh,
most genocidal, the most suicidal. Sabu.
completely outrageous. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
But it's correct though.
It's not.
How not? All around. Character. Genocidal. Homicide. He rather hurt himself while hurting you. He don't care if he hurts himself as long as he hurts you in the process.
You have Sabu in your top 4.
No, actually I don't. No, I was trolling. I was trolling. I was trolling. I'm sorry. About to give my man a heart attack.
You're about to have me say some regrettable things.
Oh no! All right. Oh, my fourth person, Mount Rushmore.
And watch it still piss me off.
Oh man, Mount Rushmore, complete package. Mount Rushmore, complete package. Could go in the ring. Had a nice catchphrase. Had a nice look. All of that, right?
All of it.
All of it. Are you ready?
I think.
You sure? Scott Hall. Scott Hall.
Who's your real fourth?
What you mean, bro?
You're not gonna fool me twice.
All right, I'm sorry. Dwayne. So I got Flair. I got Stone Cold. I got Eddie. I got Dwayne.
So the only difference is you have Eddie and I have Undertaker.
Yeah, I don't understand why you have Undertaker. I don't understand why you have Undertaker.
Really? You have no idea.
No idea.
I mean, it's not like I picked Sabu, someone who no one has on their Mount Rushmore. People have Undertaker on their Mount Rushmore. First of all, this whole thing, he's wrestled a long time. He's gone through multiple character changes and succeeded in each one.
Stop it.
All right, which one did he fail at? Which one didn't work? Which one didn't work?
Snake Pants? The Badass?
So the American Badass was a failed gimmick?
You telling me that the American Badass worked?
Yes.
Stop it.
It did.
Stop it. No. It did not work.
It did work.
It didn't work.
Of course it did.
But multiple characters is crazy. He only had one character that succeeded, and that person was the Dead Man. Now, that person had multiple variations, but that's only one person.
So Big Evil about to make you famous? Nothing.
Jeff Hardy,
Oh my gosh.
Maven, Royal Rumble, Maven. That's what I remember about Big Evil. Those two things, and when they beat Chronic, when they beat Chronic. But outside of that, The Undertaker since 2002 has been living off of a streak that they ended horribly. His moveset was never better. It only got worse the older he got. He's had multiple stinkers. Multiple stinkers. Nigga had the belt. A week later, Vince was like, yo, this ain't working. We're going to put the belt back on Austin. Come on, bro. Like, stop. The best thing.
That is disrespectful.
Man, that's real, bro. That's real. Truth hurts sometimes. Truth hurts sometimes. And I'm telling you the truth.
I hurt my feelings.
Longevity does this weird thing with humans. Just because it's been here a long time, it must be good.
No, that's not true.
Then why is it
Ron Killings ain't in my top 4, and he's been there for a long time.
Right, but Ron Killings is a legend, right?
Cena's not in my top 4. He's been around for a long time.
But Cena's a legend, though, right?
Cena is a legend.
Is Ron Killings a legend?
Depends who you ask.
It's not. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop. This man got fired, and the world was like, wait, we like Ron Killings. They brought him back. This man is a legend. And it's not because he's not good, but this longevity play, because you were able to stick around long enough and not fall so much, we're going to give you an award for that. Baffles me.
That's not my the only reason I threw longevity was for you.
Don't do it for me. I don't need no help. I'm El Grande. I'm your champion.
You're their champion.
I'm
not under 3 Count Kings.
Do you not see El Grande StarTL? El Grande's name is I'm your champion. It's okay. It takes time. I am a benevolent champion, and I will give you time to get with program. It's okay. It's okay.
I am not in your state. I am not in your jurisdiction. I am not in 3 Count Kings.
No, but you are in El Grande StarTL. So by you being in El Grande StarTL, brother man, I'm your champion.
Listen, if you bring your championship to another promotion, I don't acknowledge you as my champion.
Right, but you acknowledge as El Grande StarTL, though, correct?
That's a sign of respect.
I'm your champion. Thank you.
For a guest on my show.
What's so hard? I'm not this type of person that won't let people come outside and play. Do whatever you like. You don't have to bow down to me. You don't have to kiss my feet. You just have to merely acknowledge that I'm your champion, dog. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Mark has done it.
Yeah, he's part of 3 Count Kings.
The guy whose name used to be Twitter did it.
Does he?
Yes.
He acknowledges you as a champion.
What are you talking about?
I mean, then that pretty much says every reason why he's not on this episode with me.
Everyone acknowledges El Grande as their champion. But it's okay. You know what? I'm not going to allow this to get in between of what we got going on. But just know, hey, every once in a while, just saying, hey, champ, I acknowledge you would go a long way.
Wow. So this is what it's come to. Now you're the pod version of Roman Reigns.
No, come on, no, brother. No, man. I'm
That's
just
crazy.
I'm just the champion. I'm just the champion, and I want the world. And since we're in this world, you're in this realm. I'm the champion, bro. There will be other champions after me. It's just that right now I'm the champion.
Hmm.
See,
I wonder how far Virginia is from Atlanta.
see, the Twitter man is saying it now.
He's saying what?
I acknowledge this. He just said I acknowledge this.
On on which platform did he give such a confession?
He just texted the group chat and said this. You see it
Oh, what I see is where did I acknowledge this? That was a
exactly.
question.
He said I acknowledge this. Did you not see
Wow,
that?
you are really delusional.
I'm the champion, man. This says this says that I'm the champion. You see that? You see that? Well, this says internet podcast champion. Isn't this a podcast? Aren't we on the internet? I'm the champion, man.
Wow.
Now, I'm trying really hard, brother. Try, hey, we can get past this. We can get past this. Hey, look, there's next week. Next week can be better.
You know, next week could be better. It would also be interesting if, you know, you were on your own platform and I was a guest. Now, then I would have to acknowledge you.
I mean,
But I remember bringing you on with respect. But you have a championship. Sure. If you want to say that that holds weight and that holds some rank that now I have to look above to El Grande
no.
and acknowledge,
See. Now
I
this
can
is
acknowledge you as a champion. My champion, that's a reach. That's a
see
reach.
see. No one is above anyone, brother. No one's above anyone, brother.
But you don't typically acknowledge those who are on your level. You acknowledge those who have at least one rank above you.
No. I don't acknowledge anybody. I acknowledge myself because I'm a champion.
I'm talking about everyone else.
Once someone else becomes champion, sure. If El Grande feels like acknowledging, for sure, I have no problem doing it. But while I'm the champion, I expect everyone to acknowledge me. That's is that too much to ask for?
In
Not
your
even
universe,
not even to acknowledge, but just to say, "Hey, champ, I see you, champ." You know what I mean? Supreme champion, I see you.
which is funny that now you're backtracking because I'm almost certain that I referred to you as champ
Oh yeah,
both episodes.
then we have no issue here. My apologies. My apologies. But there are some people claiming that I'm not the champion. But I just wanted to make it known that I am the
I mean,
champion.
unless you stole a championship, you are a champion.
You know, they're haters. There's I won this championship fair and square, but they're haters among us. I just don't want to find out that there are more haters among us.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I did not want to end on a negative note. You
Hey man,
know,
who's negative?
again, we spoke from last episode and made sure that our boxes are equal size. I
Yep. See,
kept that into account. I even made an overlay that would have been respectable for the both of us. I just this my champion thing is, man, I don't know. You could use that on the other bald head brother in your group, but over here, uh,
Look,
I
look,
don't know
look,
about all that, bro.
look. You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. You don't have to make any like decisions that you may want to make because you're a little flustered, maybe a tad emotional. Give it
Wow.
some time. Wait till next week. We'll wait till next week, maybe even the week after, and we'll revisit. Okay, just it's fine. It's fine.
You know what?
I appreciate you, Star, for
Uh,
having El Grande's StarTL. I appreciate you for that. I my Monstar, the Monstar. See,
you know what? You are right. Give it a week or two. Christmas might just come early.
you know, but don't wait too long now, because by New Year's, I need an answer from
Oh.
you. I,
You need an answer from me. You will certainly get an answer. For sure. For sure. You'll hear my answer. And
and
I'm sure we'll be very interested in one way or another to hear your response
I'm
to what I
sure,
gotta say.
I'm almost certain that I won't be disappointed because I have faith in you, Star.
Mm.
El Grande has faith in the Mon Megastar. Come on, come on. Look, I can see it now. T-shirts, Mon Megastar. Come on, man. Under the banner El. Come on, man. You see it. You see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. But give it some time. Just think about it. Just think about it.
El Grande,
See, senor.
I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
And I hope Megastar, Megastar, from the bottom of my heart, I hope you make the right decision. Okay.
Oh, I always make the
I,
right decision.
I know you do, man. I know, and that's why we are El Grande Star TL. We just work well together. You know what I mean? We just work well. We just work well. We might have a little mix up here and there, but I guarantee you we'll get it all figured out. Little misunderstandings. Water under the bridge. That's the song.
It is. Okay, well,
Yeah, man.
nothing more needs to be said.
Yeah. I do have a request.
Oh,
Can you say hello to Goldie? You can do it. I see it. It's,
you want me to say hello to the championship?
yes, because you know what? It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. My fault. I thought you understood what was going on, but
Ah,
you just need some more time to. Don't worry about it. It's all right. Goldie, he's gonna come on. It's fine. It's fine. For El Grande y Negro in the Megastar. Are you gonna end it?
well, the star of the show will always end the show.
Stars with S. It's plural. That's me and you.
Well, one
S.
person has to end the show, as one person started the show, which was me, yours truly.
Yeah, but we're both stars. So and I'm the champion. You're champion. So you know what I mean?
You're a champion.
Yeah.
See,
Yes. Yeah.
we're
That's
doing
what,
this again. We're doing this
why
again.
why are you caught up on the ownership level of the pronoun? You know what I mean? Why are you caught up on the pronoun, brother? It's it's a pronoun. It's positive. It's a pro. It's not a negative noun. It's a pronoun. It means nothing. It means nothing.
It means something to you.
What you mean?
You're so hung up on it that it's not just a pronoun.
We you seem caught up on the thing of you having to say my, and I'm like, it's just a pronoun. So why are you hung up on saying my champion? Why do you have to say a or the or the or why?
Because you are a champion.
Right, but I am your champion. I'm
Oh,
their champion. I, I'm the viewers champion. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not a thing of I'm above you. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm just. You know what I
you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, the megastar, the Monstar. Peace.
mean? And you're champion. El Grande, NEGRO, El Grande, StarTL. We see y'all
The,
next week,
the
guys.
star.
We'll see y'all
The
next week.
star.
We'll
The
see y'all
star.
next week. Next week.